Hello viewers, thank you so much once again for joining me, Costa, on the Big Talk. And we know that the talk in town is the 23rd agenda. Just yesterday, Parliament gazetted the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, and that officially begins the legalization of the 2030 agenda, where we are most likely to see President Emmerson Mnangagwa extending his term to 2030. On the program today, I have got Movement for Economic Freedom, National Chairperson, Mr. Agrippa Guti, Comrade Agrippa Guti. Comrade, I want to give you an opportunity to meet our viewers.
Thank you very much. I would like to also greet the viewers, hello viewers, and welcome to the show.
First of all, let's jump into it. Can you confirm you are an affiliate of ZANU-PF?
We are more than 100% patriotic youth citizens of Zimbabwe rallying behind ZANU-PF and 2030 agenda.
But who is Agrippa Guti?
Agrippa Guti is the national chairperson of Movement for Economic Freedom, a group of young, patriotic, youthful citizens of Zimbabwe who are willing to support the government in its programs and initiatives towards the Vision 2030 as brought by His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, so that by 2030 we achieve the upper middle class income status that we want as Zimbabweans.
And what is the other background of you? Are you coming from youth service, Green Bombers? Where are you coming from?
I am coming from an ordinary setup. I'm an ordinary citizen, an ordinary patriotic youth. I'm not coming from any youth setup. I'm a degree holder with sports science. Yes.
Okay. So can you just share with us maybe your perspectives in terms of the Agenda 2030, which is the talk in town right now?
The current talk of the town, the Agenda 2030, isusu sema youth in Zimbabwe are patriotic and we are in full support of the bill that was passed in the parliament. And isusu, we are rallying behind, we are supporting it because we see the positive side, which is stepping into a stage in dzimwe nyika kudara dzimwe nyika dziri a bit advanced kuti darika isu Zimbabwe politically. For example, our neighbors, South Africa. In Europe, we've got France, just to mention a few. Israel, that's also a road yekuita move towards our goals at Zimbabwe.
What kind of example are we getting from these countries that we've mentioned? What lessons are we getting from them?
Number one, to start with, such decisions when they are made by the country, promote the stability and the progress in a country, whereby the country moves from the election feelings, now the kudama elections, my anticipations, are no very costly. That's number one. At national level, stability inouya pakuti continuity ya president. On our example as a youth movement, we have seen from 2018 His Excellency Wachipinda, he introduced NDS1. We were monitoring it, SEMA Youth, and we have seen the positive side of it. That's why we are supporting to know His Excellency should, we are actually persuading him about 2030, so that by 2030 we believe in him. NDS1, now time MDS2. We have seen a lot empowerment.
Okay.
So the same is happening in South Africa. Stability yao inoita progress irambe ichibudirira ienderere mberi, because it's now progress over unnecessary politics.
All right, Mr. Guti, muri kuti ku South Africa vakaona president achigona vanobva vati ngatiwedzerei mamwe makore aramba achitonga ndozvamuri kutaura.
Not to South Africa as such. KuZimbabwe isusu ndisitakudaro. Why? Number one, another major reason, hatina munomu a competitive, meaningful opposition party.
No. Let's not talk about the opposition. I want to understand the example that we are borrowing from South Africa. Says zvinoitwa South Africa, says zvinoitwa Botswana. This is what you are saying.
Yes.
What kind of example are we borrowing from South Africa that you will say they have provided us with a template? This is why we would want the president to get to 2030 still in power.
Okay. A simple example in South Africa and Botswana is that the president is elected by the people who are elected by the majority, the citizens, which means my MPs, they are representing the people, the will of the people. Those are the same people vatakungoisa bedi nekuti imimi mukauya kwatiri tinokuudzai munhu watiri kuda.
You mean the parliamentary system?
The parliamentary system.
That is given the mandate to elect the president.
That is what we are borrowing from
Okay,
South Africa.
that's what us to borrow from South Africa.
Yes.
What about the extension of the term? Where do we get that?
The extension of the term, we are not getting it, we are not copying it from anywhere as per se. But
You are the pioneers.
Yes, isusu. We feel, mind you, we are Zimbabweans. This is our constitution that is written by us, for us. This is not a sacred paper. Usi mtemo une gumi, usingachinjwa mwa ndewedu watinogona kuchinja whenever we feel like it's for good for us. So as far as a presidential term extension, it is for us. We are not borrowing it from, though we've got examples of countries dzakambozviita dzikatoprogressa, but isusu we are not looking at that. We are looking at our own model, and our yakaiswa na His Excellency from NDS1 now to NDS2. So by 2030, it's only 2 years that we are saying no. The visionary himself ngaangotisvitsa.
Saka South Africa kana term ya president ikapera vanoita sei?
In South Africa, they go for elections.
Botswana vanoita sei?
They go for elections.
Okay, saka munoda parliamentary system munoda zvimwe zveku South Africa zvimwe musingazvidi.
We are Zimbabweans. Just like any other, anybody, any human being. Une zvaunoona kana pa next door, zvaunoyemurawo. But haugona kutora zvese uchizvisa mumba mako. Unogona kutoyemura kuti vanhu vepamba apa zvavanoita izvi zvakanakira zvakati ndogona kukopa 1 or 2. We are not South Africa.
Chii chambonyanyoitwa nevakuru zvamaita kuti nanga kuti vasvike 2030 zvamunoti vanyanyogonesesa zvikuru?
Number one, 2017 chidzoka kumashure, international global stage, marelation eZimbabwe nenyika especially dziri kuwest anga asina kumira zvakanaka, because by then the late president vaMugabe, his approach towards did not put us in good positions in the Western countries. So now His Excellency vamunanga gopa wakapinda vari kuita nonzi re-engagement, which is very fundamental pa growth yedu yenyika. That's number one. We need the West. Zimbabwe is a friend to all, an enemy to none. But nguva yaMugabe, at one time vaMugabe vaita kuti Blair, keep your England, inini I keep my Zimbabwe. Zvakatisvitsa matambudziko. We had the highest inflation rate in the world during Mugabe's time. Yakakonzereswa nezvakaikonzeresa zvenguva yaMugabe. But we are talking of this new dispensation, the Second Republic under His Excellency. Tataura ma international relations. Now, his focus on re-engagement. We are seeing ma investors are going mchana. We have witnessed the IMF started growth here in Zimbabwe. Economically, it could improve, which is something good.
Does it make sense to you? Do you really believe so?
Yes, I believe so, but I'm coming there. Then locally here, infrastructure development. We are talking of road expansion networks. We've got the recent Trabablas. We've got the airport facelift, just to mention a few. And His Excellency. Economic empowerment. We are seeing the relaxation of compliance. For example, under small and medium enterprises. The president licensing, when we are talking of licensing, pane zvimwe zvinhu zvarerutswa zvekuti vanhu vakwanisa kuoperata ichi zvisina mitemo yanga yakaoma stereki. Why? Because the president is vision yake yatiri kusapota yekuti leaving no one, sure is walking the talk because he's including everyone.
Fantastic. So in ZANU-PF, we don't have people who have got capacity to carry on with that vision.
No, we can't say actually ZANU-PF, we don't have people who we do have.
So what's so difficult for us just to have a new face from ZANU-PF taking over the vision and fulfill it? We saw Moses leading Wana Israel from Egypt. Joshua took over.
That is very true. That is a biblical story. It's just we are Zimbabweans. We are not Israelites.
No. The point
I
is,
got your point.
Don't we have people with capacity in ZANU-PF who can take over from the president and fulfill the vision?
We do have many.
Finish up these projects, these beautiful infrastructures that you are mentioning. Don't we have people with capacity?
We do have a lot, but the choice is ours. And is it a crime?
The choice is from who?
Kindly continue. It's from us. Mind you, it's not the president who said he wants to continue. Let that be clear. He is a constitutionalist. He said so. It is us, those who believe in him, because we are looking at where we are coming from. 2017, going backwards, it was not good for Zimbabwe. Our image, the inflation rate, but we are putting our hope and we believe it's God sent. The voice of the people. Are
you being honest with yourself, or is just Basar could defend Amsangan?
No.
Do you really believe in what you are saying?
I really believe. That's why I'm here. That's another issue. That's why I'm here. I believe. I want to set the record straight. I am representing patriotic youth. I am also representing a number of people who believe in what I'm saying. That why tichivimba nemurimo kwatanga tiri kumashure 2017 things were not good for us, my youth. But now since he came in and did the voice of the people is the voice of God. He introduced the vision 2030.
What does it mean to say the voice of the people is the voice of God?
Thank you very much. I was waiting for that question. It means that God uses people. In summary, God can use people to decide, because God will never come himself from heaven or wherever he might be. I thought
it entails awarding people or appreciating that people have got the rights to freedom of speech.
You might take it that way, which is also true. I agree with you on that one. Meaning to say, isusu wacho futi ndisu neuwandu hwedu.
Okay, Mr. Guti, do you appreciate the constitutional procedures that must be followed for the president to get to 2030?
I really understand and appreciate. Yes, and the constitution is the supreme law.
Because earlier on you were saying it's you who decide to say the president must continue. It's not him.
Yes, he's a constitutionalist.
So do you appreciate the constitutional procedures?
Exactly.
That must be adhered to for that to happen?
100%.
And what does it mean? Tell us in brief.
The current constitution states that I'll summarize. It states the rules and duties of the presidents, the terms and the selection process, how he is elected and how he should stay in the office and what happens after he leaves office in the event of death, either or elections. Zvakatsanangurwa zvese muconstitution yatakaita isusu maZimbabweans. So the issue now, where if I am to get you correct, our position regarding the constitution. Number one, there is nothing unconstitutional to amend the constitution.
Good.
Dochinja kutanga. Hapana mosha kuti tafunga kuti isusu tidzose death sentence.
Constitution munoinzwisisa ndazviona. Saka chitiwedzera muchidembe process ichaitika kusvika takuti vamunangagwa vave legally the president until 2030.
I would like to believe the parliament yakagazeta. It's going to the process in simple. Ichenda mu parliament, then it must go ku ma parliamentarians vachienda kuno consulta vanhu vavo on the amendment, on the issue vachipresenta kuti ndo zvoda kuitwa izvi vanhu, the citizens, and it mani ndo vanouya, then they come back and present, voita futi debate rinozopera nemavotes kuti vanhu vakawanda vati kudii. Possibly panogona kuitwa referendum.
Possibly not.
Possibly isusu as citizens tinoziva mutemo wedu, kana zvichinge zvaenda kuparliament, the outcome yedebate rinoitwa muparliament decides, ndo voice revanhu iro.
Nokumbira muverenge section 328 subsection 7, read aloud.
Notwithstanding any other provision of this, an amendment to a term limit provision, the effect of which is to extend the length of time that a person may hold or occupy any public office, does not apply in relation to any person who held or occupied that office or an equivalent office at any time before the amendment.
Oh, it's not a...
All right. Apa parunzi kana pachichinjwa pachitwa amendment aripo kana benefit, something like that in short. Kana tiri kuwirirana ndizvo chirungu achisi chedu takaita chekudzidzira. That's what I have understand.
Saka vachazobenefita sei?
That's what
kana wosei 2030.
Number one, that it is not unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional. It's not a crime to amend.
Mr. Guti.
That's why we are pushing for the amendment of the, so that isusu what we feel and it zvibude zvatiri kuda isusu as my citizens. That's why it's coming to us to decide. We can amend this section and it benefit. The process inongotedzwa, the very same process, it goes through the parliament. Because when they are coming to consult people, they are also coming to consult on this one. What do we do?
Do you appreciate how many people voted yes to the constitution that we are using right now? The 2013 constitution?
Yes, the 2013.
Do you appreciate that over 90% of the electorate, the people, voted yes to that constitution?
Yes, I do.
So does it make sense for a clique of people to make those amendments alone?
You can't say a clique or a small fraction, yet we are not there yet.
Who made those constitutional changes, the bill that was tabled in Parliament yesterday?
Before we go there, you said, does it make a clique that a small group of people, they want to change the whole process? And I'm saying, it's not that process. I said, we don't even have, and the outcome I said, my parliamentarians are consultant. Kuti tizokwanisa kupindura zvauri kutaura kuti no vanhu vashoma, because vashoma hao varamba ndivanani. ZANU-PF tabled their motion. They are exercising their constitutional right as a party.
Do you know that within ZANU-PF itself right now, there is no unanimous position to say we must adopt this 2030 agenda?
I cannot speak on behalf of ZANU-PF regarding that question, that there is no unanimous. What I can can agree on and what I can support is that in Bulawayo, in Mutare conferences, there was a unanimous
Do you know that?
resolution.
Do you know
that
that yesterday,
yes,
some group of war veterans, some who belong to ZANU-PF,
yes,
filed a court challenge to challenge this 2030 agenda? Are you aware of that?
On that one, I'm very clear. My veterans are mari because what they are going, number one, ZANU-PF or whatever they are challenging, it's constitutional. There is nothing wrong with that.
So can we now agree that there is no universal agreement within the party that this 23rd agenda must proceed?
Within the party, I cannot agree on you on that one.
No, but I'm saying some members already, and some have been even expelled. We may not need to mention name by name. You know the people.
I don't know that much, but if the bill yakaitwa process yekupati yobva yazotoenda kuparliament yamira another stage, it simply means majority yekupati yakawirirana nazvo, which means the resolution yekwamutare neyekubulawayo is still in motion because that's the people's voice.
Good. Did you listen to what former legal secretary of ZANU-PF, Mr. Patrick Chinamasa, said when he was reading that resolution in Bulawayo?
I might forget a lot of things that I have.
I will remind you, you said you need 2 referendums for this agenda to pass.
I agree on that one, as far as the constitution is concerned. But the issue here is, we've got the constitution is the supreme law. Don't forget that it is for the people, by the people. At any given time, as people wish, as the majority wishes, they can push for an agenda to amend. This is good for our country. It's not a crime. That's why I'm saying these whole veterans are going to should have advised these people. There is nothing wrong because
okay, fine. So what are we going to see in those 2 years, from 2028 to 2030? What miracles are we going to see?
We can't say miracles as such. We are going to see a continuation of progress, stability. ZIG really has been very stable from 2018 to NAS Parashika, our ZIG, our local currency. We have seen farming quite improve our Rwanda. My youth empowerment, a lot is being done. So we are expecting further progress, further development, and more FDI, foreign direct investment, in the second national development strategy. That's what we are anticipating.
What should the civil servants expect by 2030?
Civil servants should expect magoodies, magunans. I think there are good things ahead. We have seen His Excellency, it was the government issuing my bonuses. We are expecting more. Young ones we are expecting the government to do more because they walk the talk.
Do you feel safe to walk amongst a group of people who are in the civil workforce right now and speaking the same things that you're saying now? Do you think you will be safe?
Zimbabwe is one of the safest countries. I think I have said enough. In Zimbabwe, don't safe.
Okay, what do we expect from hospitals? I expected you to say maybe the estimation for salaries would be like this. Right now they're getting my 230, my 250. No, malone, $60, $40.
No.
So by 2030, my teacher ninga kuwa na mari, my purisa ninga kuwa na mari.
Izvo asi zvinhu zvekuti zvinonzi baishakati teda kuda kutaura zvekunyepa zvinhu zvisipo. The government, the second republic is working on those modalities. Sezvatiri kuona. Nyaya isi kuti vanhu vawedzerwe mari yakawanda. But what we want, toda kuti vanhu vararame upenyu hwakanaka. Vanhu vanogona kutambira 1000 but isingatenge. Zvinoitika futi izvozvo. So what is important is the stability. Ndo yatiri kusapota isusu kuti we have seen stability. So by 2030 things will be better.
What do you mean by stability?
Stability to, for example, economical on the monetary side. Inflation yedu iri pakanaka. ZIG yedu isusu, our very own to US. The governor na Mtuli is done a tremendous work to stabilize because there was a lot of talk. We have seen like what we have seen in the past and during the Gono era. Kwakaprintwa mari dzakawanda, kwakaitwa zvakawanda which failed this man. But look at now under Mutuli Nuwe, they've managed to introduce my fiscal policies.
But how do you claim something is strong when it is not available? Because the SIG is not there in the market right now.
When you are talking about economics, and mari foot, there are laws and principles that govern the monetary policies. Pane zvimwe zvinhu zvekuti mari haifana kuwandisa, the demand yayo nesupply azvibalance, and mari haifana kuwandisa muvanhu. Iyo mari yamuri kuda yacho kuti iwande iri keshi muhomwe ndo kudzokera kumashure futi kwatiri kuita ikoko. The next thing we are going kunotenga chingwa tine mabhara emari. Nyika dziri developed, they
also
use plastic
for
money.
it to be strong, you don't supply it.
No, it's not about you don't
make it available.
No, it's not about
its scarcity. It becomes a strength.
No, that's not it. It's not about scarcity. It's about management. Mari ikaprindwa nhasi hainzi bvu yese, and it costs the country because munhu wese anenge ainayo, and so the buying power inobva yadzika because demand inoaffectika nesupply.
Alright, ngatitaurei my expectations. Zvipatara zvinenge zvamira sei by 2030?
As we have seen, kuti Patriotism is under renovation. It's almost complete. That was a starter under NDS1. We are hopeful and optimistic that by 2030, kuna Mpilo, kuna Salim Mugabe, kunenge kwava nema top-notch facilities. We have seen the government importer a top of the state-of-the-art scan machine in X-ray, name equipment which we cannot mention one or two. Those are steps that no progress towards 2030. It's very stable. So it's progress and stability. Zvinizvi zvatamboona muNDS1 ndezvo tiri kungocontinue zvichienda kumberi.
Saka dei development yakadai ingachitika una naAmerica, Trump waizobva here kana temu yake yapera?
That's the decisions of the Americans. If they want, yes, kana vachida, but we cannot speak on. I cannot speak on behalf of South Africans, but I speak on behalf of Zimbabweans. Vane mentality inenge yangu ye development.
But Zimbabweans vangori muZANU-PF chete here?
No, Zimbabweans are everywhere. We are.
So we agree that we must go to a referendum, right?
That is the process. The parliament, it should go through the parliament process.
But someone who is watching this program will be saying, your government has been there for the past 46, 47 years. What is going to happen within this short period that couldn't happen for the past 40-something years?
That's a very good question. That's true. It's 46 years now. There has been a lot that has happened. Before this Second Republic, there was another dispensation. We had sanctions after the land reform that affected our international relations with Zimbabwe. Personally,
you also had diamonds worth over 15 billion that you are not accounted for.
Yes, we are coming there. I would like to say the system patakatora independence, we were reluctant as a country because economy yedu yanga yakabatwa nevarungu. That's a fact. Ma companies esa anonzi mabasa anga asinganetse vanhu vaingofamba munana wheel of honzi uda basa here uchipinda taishandira varungu ndo vanga vakabata even the agriculture sector. But isusu pa Lancaster agreement they failed to honor up, which resulted in a land reform program, which we say, I agree that the way we did it and it was not good. Takatora zvine hasha and it. Then varungu pavakabuda ipapo vadzira zvinhu zvamaindustry collapse. Saka kuti simuke fapo tiri sanctions ekuti tiri kunzi musatenge gold rekuZimbabwe harisi right, madiamonds ekuZimbabwe haasi right. It was a very difficult stage whereby that's why we suffered a lot. Saka now the Second Republic iri kutoti no inini creator mabasa inini indigenization and empowerment yedu isusu and there were laws angari very tough kuma-foreign investors aiaffecta foreign direct investment ndo atiri kuti iwo akatikosta pamashure. But now because of the second republic ED neengagement yaari kuita vanhu vari kuya zvikuwanda because thereis some reluctance iripo. Saka progress yatiri kuti ye onai from 2018 we are now seeing some developments, road networks, infrastructure development and so on. That is what we are saying. Okay, we agree there was nothing there and it. But from this now,
National Prosecutor General recently, Justice Matandamoe said Zimbabwe is losing close to $2 billion United States dollars through corruption, illicit financial dealings, and leakages. What is your comment on that?
Personally, I would say corruption, I think it's a challenge globally, in almost every country. That's why you see in China, they take tougher measures. But I cannot dwell much into it because it's something Chakatawa na AG. Personally, I agree. Yes, there is corruption here. There are cases which we read, and it's more convictions that no one's why. So I cannot say there is no corruption. There is corruption. But the Shema figures out that's them. No one not to concern this. Corruption
this
is sure.
This is government.
Yes, corruption is sure, it's cancerous.
The National Prosecutor General is a government.
That's why you also saw His Excellency, we are going to take tougher measures with corruption, because meaning to say he's agreeing with that. That funding because it's costing the country, the taxpayers' money. I agree on that one.
And what is your view in terms for it? Maybe are we going to get with it to 2030? Which measures are going to be put in place?
Definitely not. I don't think so, because already the government has introduced tougher measures. Panama improvements to curb corruption, so that by 2030 we achieve. Because if we don't do that, we also stand to lose the 2030 vision agenda, whereby in upper middle class income society.
I'm just wondering how a party, maybe with one or two individuals, would abuse funds, something that is documented, would actually try to drive the anti-corruption agenda and to say by 2030 it will be done. I'm just wondering.
That's a good question.
I will help you to situate one of the examples. You read recently that the Senate President and your party member, Mabel Shinomona, used close to $500,000 just for renovations of her house without following due process.
Like you said, we just read.
No.
There are a lot of things that are being...
This is something that is in the Auditor General's report. This is something that is parliamentary Hansards.
Well, then let's wait for the conclusion. Because remember, that these are...
Which conclusion? I'm simply saying I'm trying to figure out a party with such individuals who would say you would drive an anti-corruption agenda to 2030, and we must expect a change.
Well,
when you've got those isolated figures who will be blowing so huge amounts of money just to renovate their houses, curtains costing close to 60,000, just curtains.
I know on that one.
This is in the Auditor General's report.
Well, like I'm said, why Auditor General wacho. And it whoever is aisi nyaya yangotaurwa nditi semataurwa kuita takangoinzwa newspaper.
Do you know the office of the Auditor General?
Yes, I know.
Do you appreciate its work?
I really appreciate. But what I'm saying is,
but this is just one example that I've just picked. There's so many, including some paying for goods and services that have not been delivered over the past 6-7 years.
Well, then on that one, I can't comment much on that, on something that we read.
So can we agree here that we will get to 2030 still corruption with us?
I do not agree on that one, because remember,
Having people who
the corruption
don't-
is not only it's not only in government. The greater part of the corruption as well is now on individuals as well. It's also on citizens. Tatone problem foot. We are also contributing to that. Number one, we are not fighting as well enough. Number two, we are also contributing to mama cases. I'm sure you have heard them, whereby Munantara Mapurisa Ndunozungu so as a citizen, tabva a government official or a party official, as a normal citizen. We are being corrupt. Is that not being corrupted mind?
You're talking of Madora.
Man,
We have got my ministers who from ZANU-PF who have abused as much as $90 million from Massa.
Crime is crime, my brother. At Ndutaro, everyone needs to play a role. Isusu futi kanataka kuti isusu makombi tikurambira namari. That's being corrupted mind. And yakabvaruka.
Inenge sinai.
Inenge yakabvaruka komari inopfekwa. And mari it's from hand to hand. It's illegal tender. You know, basa rayo ndere settle a debt. But kanataka kuirambira isusu. Then after that, what do we expect?
Alright, my youth anotarisira uchi chawana by 2030.
My youth are kutarisira kuti there will be continuation progress. We have seen empowerment projects are non-partisan government initiatives, programs, vocational training center ari kubhuswa kune mari dzakaiswa ikoko. Youth empowerment presidential revolving fund kwakaiswa mari. Ministry of Mines kune youth desk kwakaiswa mari. Youth ari kunzi uyai mubatsirwe pachena free off as long as you are a Zimbabwean chet and 18 years kusvika pa 35-40 years there.
Paguti munhu anenge achiona program yanogona kuti muri pakutsvaka ndosaka mauya yenyu program ino.
I can simply say ndo maonero ake anditi haana kuipa. Munhu wese ane maonero anoita kutsvaka kwacho kwangozongogumira pakuti ati tiri kutsvaga haana zonyatsotaura kuti chida ndakwanisa kurwa ndanyatsotaura kuti aiwa zviri izvi pamwe zvaari kufunga ndinazvo kudhara. Because I am also a beneficiary of empowerment projects. Saka ndine mamwe projects andiri kutoitawo anditi ekuti handisi kutsvaga. I'm here to set the record still kutobatsirawo mamwe youth anenge uyo asina kubvunza muri pakutsvaga ari kuti zvamuri kutaura izwe tobenefita sei, tozviwana kupi zvamuri kutaura, and zvamuri kuti tinenge taane hope how. That's why I am here, not kuti tiri kutsvaga. Aiwa kunoka kutsvaga kuno aiwa kunoka kutsvaga.
Munenge daka muonekwe kuti mamuchidefenda chino.
Hatina kutanga nhasi, taane nguva tichidefenda. Kudefenda hatitoregere kudefenda. That's a fact, because we are patriotic. Tinoda nyika yedu, kuoma kwayo nekunaka kwayo. At the end, I'm a Zimbabwean.
But do you know that patriotism must not be tied to individuals, but to your country? You can love your country and not love its leaders. Do you know that it's possible?
That's very true, and that's part of democracy.
So
it's healthy.
Where is your patriotism located?
My patriotism is I am in full support of the current sitting president, the constitutionally elected president, and his vision.
No argument about that.
No argument. And his vision, 2030, because it's going to improve Zimbabwe.
Yeah, the reason why you came here, Mr. Guti, is to tell Zimbabweans why this agenda is good. Ndosaka ndiri kungobvunza kuti patinosvika 2030 zvinenge zvakamira sei nyaya yemaroads, zvinenge zvakamira sei pamari inenge yakupinda muhomwe yevashandi especially vehurumende, zvinenge zvakamira sei kuzvipatara. Makaona vamwe, kuna vamwe vaifa vachichemera maparasite, vachishaya maparasite, kuna vamwe vaiti vaita maaccidents vachimonerwa namacardboard boxes, kune vamwe vaiti vakaenda kuzvipatara vonzi mishonga hakuna, zvichiri kuitika. Saka patinosvika 2030 zvinhu zvinenge zvamira sei munyika.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, Zimbabwe, under this second republic, from what we are witnessing and supporting Susema youth, tirimu progress towards the vision 20. It's not something that can be done overnight. Mind you, there are a lot of things that needs attention zviri munyika. That's why you see why we are supporting this agenda. Takaona the introduction of Mutapa Fund, that group of companies.
Ingozi yamakubata
Ndosaka tauya pano. That Mutapa Fund, we have just witnessed nyaya dzeland tenure. Ndo zvinhu zvacho izvozvo zvatiri kutotika. We need to support this. It's good for us as a citizen. We have seen progress under his excellence. Empowerment, tatari agriculture sector, mining, and it. Minister wakataura kuti magold reserves edu ari kuimprove handiti zvakanaka. Ndiwo achaitira kuti zig redu isusu risimbe zvatiri kushuvira handiti. That is the progress that we want. That's why we are supporting it. We have seen bamba takatengesa wheat muZimbabwe through my empowerment. Ndakaona waka-empower takaita bamba harvest ye-wheat. That's progress. We have seen my youth achisimudzirwa. So to 2030, the mantra yekunzi leaving no one in no place behind, iri kuda tese inclusive of everyone. So we need to support it, because chazvakanakira ndechekuti this agenda tika pasa pa agenda yedu, we are going to have stability in terms of economy, continuation. Zvino mama deals ari kuitwa negovernment yedu nedzimwe nyika panoita continuation, unlike pakauya munhu munyowani. You get it from when we are coming, because sometimes kufamba kwenyika hakusi kungochinjwa kwema-leaders. It's about stability and progress.
But you must get mandate from people for you to lead and deliver all that you're talking about.
That is very
must
true.
Have a social contract with the people.
A social contract.
And how do you get that contract?
Through the people's voice.
Through the people. How do they express that?
They can express it's either way, through the ballot or through the representatives. And it is also tinochoose ma-parliamentarians. Pane dzimwe nyaya dzinodebatwa on a weekly basis in parliament. Why don't, if you are insisting that the people should, ma-citizens anofanira kutotaurawo chete ega through the vote, ko dzimwe nyaya dzatiri kumboita takabvisa death penalty, vanhu vakangouya vakaconsultwa, tafunga kuti munozvionawo sei vanhu vachipa.
Do you know the difference between an ordinary bill and a constitutional bill?
Yes, I know.
And do you know the procedures that must be respected in respect of those two different
I understand
bills,
but
when
in
you want
a
to change
nutshell,
them?
Yes, in a nutshell, ndoda kungoedza kuti process ye-amendment haina chitsotsi, haikatwe makona. That's number one. Number two, it's not illegal kuita an amendment. Haisitombori mhosva anytime vanhu vanokwanisa kuchuza. Hazvina kunzi munomirira pakati. Whenever we feel kuti this is not good for us, if the majority supports it, the constitution is simple. It must be supported by majority. That's the end of it. So let's just wait and see. Not kuti vanhu havasi kufarira. It's too early to say though. And it's too early even zviri kuitwa zvamamuchati mention kuti vanhu vautoenda kucourt. It's too early for that. It's too early for the demonstrations that tiri kunzi vada kuiswa nevanhu.
But demonstration is something, it's constitutional, isn't it?
It's constitutional, but
we can't have certain parts being constitutional and then other parts not being constitutional.
If I am to quote correctly from what I've heard from Tendai Bit.
Let's not talk about Tendai Bit. Let's talk about Section 59.
Yes.
That allows people to express themselves even in the streets.
That's constitutional. Hapana chakaipa, vanhu vanobvumidzwa kuratidzira zviri peaceful, zviri legal. Chatinoramba isusu mamwe mawords anotaurwa the so-called organized,
but under the
means.
Under the current setup,
yes,
do you see that right being respected?
Ma-rights agara ari respect.
Why then do we have the police chasing people and they want to have press conferences?
I can't answer on that one. Zvakuda vacho vakadzingwa kandiwanotsana chakadzingwa because of ABCD. I was not there. Ndikutonzwawo kuna vanhu vakaitwa, but hakuna munhu anorambidzwa kuexpressa. Hazviiti izvozvo. Constitutional vanhu vanobvumidza. Chatoramba isusu where we don't support, especially these ones, it's my demonstrations are illegal. Iwayo ndo atiri kuramba. Like the previous and takaramba isusu yavageza, it was how it was unconstitutional. Yes, youth takaramba, and we were against
Where do you
it.
get the power to deny another citizen to demonstrate, to exercise their constitutional
We
right?
were exercising our rights as a citizen. Inini, as the national chairperson, I issued a statement that to all our members and youth supporters, exercise your rights as citizens to arrest, citizen arrest anyone who wants to go to participate with this illegal demonstration and vice president, a constitutionally elected president. Tichiudzwa nemunhu akawanda zvake pasocial media.
Let's not talk about
Yes.
the lady. May his soul rest in peace with all due respect. We simply wanted to explore the Section 59 as a right that must also be exercised
We agreed.
by the citizens of the country.
People have it's right. It's part of the Democrats. It's democratic to exercise. People have the 59 inototi. They have got the right to express, to petition. Vanhu vane kodzero yekutozviti hazvirambidzwe munhu izvozvo izvo. Zvitori right, but if it's done in a correct way, we don't have a problem with that. Chatiri kuramba
So
on
you mean
this one,
this is the right way?
no, it's not us, but zviri kuitwa munyika matiri. We are citizens. We are part of it. Kana zvazonzi
this
by
the-
whatever means, ndo patiri kuramba.
Yeah, but I also
Whatever
wanted to
means.
ask democratically how is going to be the democratic space, how open is it going to be by 2030?
As it is, it has already been, people are expressing themselves.
Your fellow comrades are already threatening people that if you go and demonstrate, we'll beat you.
Who are actually in particular are we talking about?
Vana vamtisi ndizvavanga vachitaura paTwitter.
No, that's
Ndevenyuka vaya.
no, that's Mutisi. From my side, from what I represent is
Vese
leader.
vana Snowball vaya ndizvavanga vachitaura. Ndevenyuka vaya.
That's one, and we are talking of Masudu names and Asnobo. What I'm saying is, I am representing MEF, Movement for Economic Youth and it.
ZANU-PF affiliate.
That is in support. Izvozvo zvekuti vanhu vanorova, no, that's not. And if you can't bring social media ndotaura nyaya dzesocial media ndingati zvakati inga kunomhonyepo kana bhora
But you said
Manchester
you
yagoisa isina.
stopped that other one. We effect citizen arrests.
Exactly. Why? Because it was illegal and
How do you
constitutional.
determine illegal yourselves? How do you determine that this is illegal?
We take from the constitution. Mind you, this is for us, the constitution. We are just quoting the constitution.
Which authority do you use to say this
It's
is
not
illegal?
about authority. It's exercising the same rights. Section 59, it grants certain rights.
It says people must exercise their right to protest and they must do so peacefully.
We also have another section that states that
Which section is that?
citizens can exercise citizen arrests. Zvinobvumirwa. Tikaona kuti mumwe munhu
Section ipi?
hatichabvumidzwa kubata mbavha iyi.
Section ipi?
No, wait, before we go there, do you agree it's there? Then, first of all, do you agree it's there?
Vagoti.
Yes.
Section ipi inoti munofanira kunge muchisunga vanhu imi.
Kusunga munhu, hatiprosecute. You used the wrong word. Vanhu vagari.
Timunoita citizens arrest. Where do you
Tinotenderwa.
derive that authority from?
From the constitution.
Where?
I'll give you homework on that one. Let's leave that one. On
Fine,
that one.
Mr. Guti. Tinotenda zvikuru nokuuya kwamaita kuprogram. Toda kuti mungopa mashoko ekupedzisira kumhuri yeZimbabwe pamusoro pemaonero amunoita nenyaya ye2030 kuti munoitsigira uye mareasons muchiitawo rally behind vamwe muchimobilize vanhu kuti vasapote.
Chekutanga ndechekuti kumhuri yeZimbabwe kune mayouth echidiki anenge isusu ngatisapotei 2030 agenda vision 2030 yatakapiwa nemukuru wedu his excellency president. We have seen developments ayaita under NDS 1. We are now in NDS 2. We hope and believe in this current government that it can take us to Canaan. Saka mayouth ese nevanhu vese vari patriotic muZimbabwe vane chishuwo chekuti tisvike 2030 nyika yedu taaparinani, economy yedu yasimba zvatiri kuda. Let's rally behind this. Ngatisapotanei, ngatishei word kwatiri ikoko, ngatiparticipatei. Nyika ndeyedu iyi sekuti zvinotaurwa napresident kuti nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, tisu vene vacho. Hapana mumwe munhu achazotivakira Zimbabwe. it needs Zimbabwe, for it to be better, it needs us Zimbabweans. Saka ngati participate mune chinhu chinoita kuti tiende kumberi. Let's not listen to negativity iri kutaura kuti it's not good for us. Izvozvo manyepo, because some of these people vari front line, they are actually failures pachavo politically. Vamwe vanhu vari kutaura ivava, they don't represent anybody. Some of these parties havatorina vanhu vavari kurepresenta, so but they are now the ones vaapamberi futi vachitaura kuti no, musateerere vanhu havasi kuda. Ivo muparliament havana kana portion. Vanhu vari progressive vari muparliament vanonzwa chichemo chevanhu, they have already said that we are going to support this. Saka we cannot have recently I saw Mr. Maduku claiming that it's nonsense. Mr. Maduku does not represent anyone. We have seen NCA failing these marine elections. So who is he representing? Mr. Biti is not in parliament anymore. He doesn't have an active party. Saka in Zimbabwe, nemamira zvakaita maZimbabweans, hatina opposition party ine musoro inoda kuvaka nyika. Vanhu vangori nemaegos avo avainawo, ndo vamwe vatisvitsa futi patiri, because vanodhonzerana pachavo. Saka it's the best tishande vane unity, vane upenyu hwevanhu, people centered parties like ZANU-PF, ndo inoita kuti tisvike kumberi. That's what I can say muchidimbu.
Then lastly, mokwanisa ngotiudza kuti muri Agrippa Guti wekupi zvingojeka kune vari kuteera program?
Alright, I am Agrippa Guti from Mrewa, as the national chairperson of the youth movement MEF, which is rallying behind the 2030 vision in full support of government, urging other youths to participate. I don't know, Bani, anything else to add there?
Yeah, the reason why I asked, because people may think you are also associated to the Guti family from one of the biggest Pentecostal churches in this country. I just want you to make that clear, that you are not associated with them.
Yes, we are not, it's just the similarity in the names. Yes.
Zvajeka. Tinotenda vadiwa vateereri vanga muchiteera program ino manzwa pfungwa dzavaguti dzekuti sei vachitsigira agenda 2030 kuti tisvike 2030 marodhi kwai anenge anaka nemasalari zvinenge zvanaka, Zimbabwe inenge yachinja. Ndo maonero avo. Tinokutendai nokuramba muteerera program ino nokutitsigira nokulaika nokushare nokugovana nevamwe kumativi mana enyika kuti information isvike vanhu vagone kuita madecisions. Maita basa. Ndini wenyu Costa Nkomo.